car passed by. Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Trash. It's the show where we cook with trash. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and absolutely destroy that like button. Any support we can get is very much appreciated. Also, just a heads up for anyone who enjoys these videos that we're putting out, would like to help contribute to the project and help see it grow. We do have a Patreon account. The link is in the description below. Any amount that you're able to donate is unbelievably appreciated and would help us improve the content that we are putting out for you guys. And with that, let's get on to cooking. Shut up. So we'll start things off as we usually do by washing everything, including the plastic containers. I wouldn't recommend trying to wash things like a box of cereal unless you like the idea of having a sopping wet pile of cardstock in your pantry. If any packaging is covered in dumpster sauce, I'll usually just toss or recycle it and wash the food separately. So now that we've cleaned everything, let's have a look at what we pulled from the dumpster. We were super excited for this haul as we found over $200 of really nice organic herbs, spices, teas, and grains. And seeing as we've limited ourselves to using only what we found from the dumpster, the herbs and spices were a total game changer. All right, let's break down today's haul. We got eggs, tomatoes, pineapples, lettuce, cucumbers, bananas, apples, oranges, onions, corn, Parmesan cheese, bread, flax flakes, mason jars, rye flour, black beans, pearled barley, vital wheat gluten, kasha, nori and kelp, matcha tea, English breakfast tea, green tea, cherry blossom tea, more matcha tea, sesame ginger seasoning, cream of tartar, bay leaf, smoked paprika, turmeric, sweet paprika, allspice, chili mix, sriracha, applewood smoked sea salt, saffron, black peppercorn, basil, cumin, cardamom, some Italian stuff, hot paprika, pie weights, trash bags, scissors, and a temperature gauge. So after checking out the grocery store's online store, we've estimated our total savings today comes to almost $300. That's our most expensive haul yet.
Round 1.
We'll start today's cooking extravaganza with a barley-infused chili. We'll be using the basil, sweet paprika, and onion, olive oil, salt, cumin, bay leaves, tomatoes, smoked paprika, pearled barley, black beans, applewood smoked sea salt, spicy chili mix, corn, and sriracha. We'll also need 2 pots, a spoon to mix with, and a knife. All right, so we'll start things off by dumping the beans into the strainer, getting a bit of water on them, and then we're gonna chuck those bad boys into a pot. We're gonna grab our bay leaves, throw in a couple leaves, and the cumin. We will sprinkle that on top of the beans, grab some salt, drop that in, a little bit of pepper, and then we're gonna carry that over to the sink where we'll fill it up with some water. So you wanna fill it up about 3/4 full so the beans are totally submerged. We'll go ahead, we'll put that on the oven, we'll turn the heat up, put a lid on it, and then we'll get the oven set for 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll head on over to the corn, we'll start removing the husk, and then we'll place them on a baking tray. We'll sprinkle a bit of the oil on top, spread it around, then we'll get our chili mix, throw that on top as well. We're gonna open up the oven and we'll place the corn in with the baking. Okay, never mind, screw the baking tray. So next we're gonna be dicing up the onions, and then we'll grab a pot, put that on the stove, get the heat up and pour some oil in. We'll drop the onions in, mix them around a bit so they start to cook. Add a little bit of basil, some of the ground cumin, some of the hot Spanish paprika, some bay leaves, a pinch of salt, some pepper. Basically, you just want to clear out your entire spice cabinet and just dump it all in there. We're going to mix that around a bit, and then we'll grab the barley. And no, we're not making beer for all of the alcoholics who perked up. We're just going to add it to the onions. We'll mix it around. We're going to add about 2 cups of water to that, and then we'll put the lid on and let it simmer down. Hey, and if you're starting to sweat and need a break, grab your favorite mug and make yourself a nice cup of dumpster tea. Oh, it's amazing. We're going to grab the corn from the oven. That looks painful. And then we'll start removing the kernels from the cob. We're gonna chuck the corn in with the barley and the onions. We'll mix that around. After about an hour or so, the black beans should be good to go. So we'll turn the heat down and remove it from the stove. Pour the beans on top, then we'll mix it in. We'll then chop up some tomatoes. And here it is, the finished product. This is our barley-infused chili topped with a bit of sriracha and applewood smoked sea salt.
Round 2.
And for our next meal, I couldn't tell you what it is that we made, but one thing's for certain, it was great. What we'll be using for this next meal includes some olive oil, pepper, salt, the bag of vital wheat gluten, kelp, our toasted ginger sesame seasoning, matcha, saffron, turmeric, and an onion. We'll also need a pot, a knife, a mixing bowl, and a spoon. So we'll fill the pot about 3/4 of the way full and then start dicing up the onion. We're gonna slam dunk it in the pot. Kobe! And then we're gonna pull out our nice fresh and green, actually never mind, our dry AF kelp. We'll crumble the kelp into the pot, slack off and have a snack, why not, while your son does all the work. And then we'll get that pot on the stove, add a bit of matcha, some turmeric, a pinch of saffron, and look, modern art, easy as that. We'll crank that heat up and then mix that baby up. Slap a lid on there, and then we'll start preparing our vital wheat gluten. We're going to put 2 cups of the vital wheat gluten into a mixing bowl, add a bit of our ginger sesame seasoning, mix, a dash of water, mix, drop some VWG on the countertop. We're gonna then pour the edible Play-Doh onto the counter, and then we're gonna start just beating the crap out of it. We'll then slice it into strips, dice them up, and drop them into the mix. We'll add a bit of sriracha. Oh yeah, look at that. Chefs of the Year material right here, let me tell you. We'll wait 20 minutes, and our something is finished. If I had to take a shot at it, which I do, I'd say we have ourselves a kelp-based broth topped with vital wheat gluten. But I believe the proper term would be seitan in a dashi broth. Definitely one of the more interesting meals we've made, but you know, that's what it's all about. Improvising with what we have and showing all of you that with a little bit of creativity, you too can be eating happy, healthy, and free. Of course, the final step is to grab all of our organic waste and chuck it in the compost bin. All right, so here's all the food that we're gonna donate today. We've got these 2 pineapples. We hand washed them, triple washed them, so they're all good to go. We've got all of these oranges here that we gathered from the dumpster. These have also been washed. We've got these tea bags that were just in this metal container the whole time. English breakfast. Open this bad boy up. You can see all the tea bags in here, totally pristine, no problemo. We've got this thing of bread right here. Hasn't even been opened. As you can see, it's wheat bread, still in the packaging. There's no holes, no slashes or anything like that, so that's good to go. We've also got this the Flax Flake cereal, still unopened. You can see here, no holes, nothing broken, so that's good to go. And then we've also we've found some scissors randomly, so I don't know, maybe someone could make use of these scissors. We've got this temperature gauge right here. I'm not sure if anyone could make use of that, but you know, we'll see. And also these garbage bags that we found. So you know, if a lot of people use garbage bags, we've got plenty here, so we thought why not donate these to the local shelter. So yeah, bada bing, let's freaking do this. And that wraps it up for this episode. Again, if you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, share, tell us how great we are, or even tell us how crap we are. It's all welcomed and appreciated. So thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.